and from the adolescent to the parent. For us, the adolescents seeing ourselves as eggs and the parents seeing us as fishes. It has been an exciting show and we can't wait for season 2. Frida, what do you have to say?
What I like about this show is that there are people more like our parents who are always available for us to talk to. If you want to discuss about sex, something you are not confident about, something that you don't trust your parents about, something that you are hiding that you think it's really killing you inside and you don't want to discuss it with your parents, there are people here to help you. You can just call them, they put out their numbers on the screen and then you are good to go. So anticipate for season 2.
This show give the adolescents the platform to voice out their plights and their needs to the adults.
Listen is the only show on TV that is very relatable. Adolescents and parents can all watch together and enjoy some drama at home.
Being a part of Listen team has been nothing but a wonderful and an educative experience. Listen is not only a TV show, but also we go for outreach to senior high schools or meet adolescents and speak to them and help them feel comfortable and confident.
My friends in school, church and community always tell me about the impact of the show on their lives. Parents and their teenagers always watch and comment on the insecurities of adolescents. Watch on YouTube our previous video on Ali TV Network and follow us on Instagram at listen_adolescent. Listen,
the voice of the adolescents.
I'm Zelda Ansa, a parent, and I've been with Listen for some time now. When they were on radio, I sat with them a couple of times until they came onto TV. I'd say that Listen is a beautiful platform that both parents and adolescents can learn from. For me, I think it's a very beautiful experience, and I see it as an extension of my home. But now it's like a part of my home being showcased to the public, because then I have 2 of my children who are all adolescents come on the program as well, and when we had to sit and talk through issues on the program, it was like some of the meetings that we have in our home, where we parents and the children sit together and we talk about issues. So I saw that as a kind of an extension of that onto the platform. But a way I listen to other parents talk about some of the challenges that they encounter or they engaged with their children. It was eye-opening for me, because some of them I never thought that I might come across them. But once they mentioned it and they start talking about it, I realized that it's something that was worth considering, because along the line somewhere I might also come to the stage where I have to deal with such situations. So I'm anticipating a higher version. I mean, like more experiences, more confident, more bold children, bold and honest, I'd say. Speak out, and so that parents can have the opportunity to really know what's going on that they might not necessarily know it's going on, so that we will be able to address issues the way they should, and help all of us, help we parents, help the adolescents and everybody.
I am Natalie. I'm the host for Listen. Listen is more than a talk show, as you've seen in the last 12-13 weeks. Listen started 9 years ago as a school's outreach program, discussing the challenges and insecurities of adolescents. And then we moved on to become a camp without stopping the outreach programs. So once a year, we have a 7-day camp with a very holistic approach, where we do the educational, we do the biological, psychological, spiritual, everything and every information that we deem necessary for the adolescents to know. And also based on their participation and the feedback, every year we have changed the approach to camp. So we've done 4 years of camp. And then we came on to radio. We started with Tree, which was quite a challenge. I mean, we were doing the Tree English, a bit of Tree and a bit of English. And then we moved on to Rainbow Radio, which was completely Tree. And now we're on TV. And the last 12, 13 weeks, it's been exciting. Butterflies in the stomach, gathering more information from the adolescents themselves and the parents, and being able to put together with my very able team a show to be informative and educative to our viewers. Apart from when the man said, the caller said, adolescents say they are eggs, but they treat them, so they behave like fishes. For me, the best moments is when you've had both the parents and the adolescents on the show, either in 2 segments or on the set together, because they're in the same space and they're giving you the feedback live. So if the adolescent said ABC, you get the parents coming on set saying QYZ to banter what they've said in their ABC. Those have been my best moments. And also the feedback you get from the viewers, the calls, the questions, the contributions. Those are my best moments. I would like to say sponsorship, but with or without it, we've moved on. I mean, we've successfully put together 13 weeks, and we've had good support. We had good support. Andrew takyi-appiah, E-Transact, Edify, Glamour Hair, Purple Rose Shoes, Lush Fortune Limited, Nax Wardrobe, Danny Tailoring, and Corsage. So even our resource persons have been very, very supportive. I mean, you take Dr. Newman Arthur, for example. He lives in Cape Coast, and sometimes he comes onto the show straight from Cape Coast. And you see the commitment with which they have attached themselves to the show, and it's exciting. So it's difficult to say a challenge, because what seemed to be a challenge, God always turns it around. So I wouldn't say challenges, but I would call them learning and turning points. Season 2. So a lot of things are going through my head at the same time with season 2. Where to start off from? Are we taking off from where we left off in season 1? Are we bringing a different dimension? I don't know. You know, I wish I could do everything at the same time. But season 2 is going to be, like I said earlier, if you thought season 1 was exciting, season 2 is going to be sizzling hot. I'm just going to say anticipate. It's going to be out of this world, because that's what Listen is. And just anticipate. I'm not going to give you too much information. And I know I'm looking excited and all, because I know what's going on in my head and you don't, and it's so cool that you don't. So anticipate season 2. Yeah. And just watch out for me, my team, and the adolescents. You're going to get new faces from different angles. It's going to be exciting. So just anticipate season 2. I am Natalie, and I am your host for Listen.
Listen, the voice of the adolescent.
Listen,
The voice of the adolescents. Yes, it has been 12 weeks of exciting episodes back to back, from parents to the adolescent and from the adolescent to the parent. For us, the adolescents seeing ourselves as eggs and the parents seeing us as fishes. It has been an exciting show, and we can't wait for season 2. Frida, what do you have to say?
What I like about this show is that there are people more like our parents, who are always available for us to talk to. If you want to discuss about sex, something you are not confident about, something that you don't trust your parents about, something that you are hiding that you think it's really killing you inside and you don't want to discuss it with your parents, there are people here to help you. You can just call them, they put out their numbers on the screen, and then you are good to go. So anticipate for season 2.
This show give the adolescents the platform to voice out their plights and their needs to the adults.
You know, Listen is the only show on TV that is very relatable. Adolescents and parents can all watch together and enjoy some drama at home.
Being a part of Listen team has been nothing but a wonderful and an educative experience. Listen is not only a TV show, but also we go for outreach to senior high schools or meet adolescents and speak to them and help them feel comfortable and confident.
My friends in school, church and community always tell me about the impact of the show on their lives. Parents and their teenagers always watch and comment on the insecurities of adolescents. Watch on YouTube our previous video on Ali TV Network and follow us on Instagram at listen_adolescent. Listen,
the voice of the adolescents.
I'm Zelda Ansa, a parent, and I've been with Listen for some time now. When they were on radio, I sat with them a couple of times until they came onto TV. I'd say that Listen is a beautiful platform that both parents and adolescents can learn from. For me, I think it's a very beautiful experience, and I see it as an extension of my home. But now it's like a part of my home being showcased to the public, because then I have two of my children who are all adolescents come on the program as well, and when we had to sit and talk through issues on the program, it was like some of the meetings that we have in our home where we parents and the children about issues. So I saw that as a kind of an extension of that onto the platform. But a way I listen to other parents talk about some of the challenges that they encounter or they engaged with their children. It was eye-opening for me, because some of them I never thought that I might come across them. But once they mentioned it and they start talking about it, I realized that it's something that was worth considering, because along the line somewhere I might also come to the stage where I have to deal with such situations. So I'm anticipating a higher version. I mean, like more experiences, more confident, more bold children, bold and honest, I'd say. Speak out, and so that parents can have the opportunity to really know what's going on that they might not necessarily know it's going on, so that we will be able to address issues the way they should, and help all of us, help we parents, help the adolescents and everybody.
I am Natalie. I'm the host for Listen. Listen is more than a talk show, as you've seen in the last 12-13 weeks. Listen started 9 years ago as a school's outreach program, discussing the challenges and insecurities of adolescents. And then we moved on to become a camp without stopping the outreach programs. So once a year, we have a 7-day camp with a very holistic approach, where we do the educational, we do the biological, psychological, spiritual, everything and every information that we deem necessary for the adolescents to know. And also based on their participation and the feedback, every year we have changed the approach to camp. So we've done 4 years of camp. And then we came on to radio. We started with Tree, which was quite a challenge. I mean, we were doing the Tree English, a bit of Tree and a bit of English. And then we moved on to Rainbow Radio, which was completely Tree. And now we're on TV. And the last 12-13 weeks, it's been exciting. Butterflies in the stomach, gathering more information from the adolescents themselves and the parents, and being able to put together with my very able team a show to be informative and educative to our viewers. Apart from when the man said, the caller said, adolescents say they are eggs, but they treat them, so they behave like fishes. For me, the best moments is when you've had both the parents and the adolescents on the show, either in two segments or on the set together, because they're in the same space and they're giving you the feedback live. So if the adolescent said ABC, you get the parents coming on set saying QYZ to banter what they've said in their ABC. Those have been my best moments. And also the feedback you get from the viewers, the calls, the questions, the contributions. Those are my best moments. I would like to say sponsorship, but with or without it, we've moved on. I mean, we've successfully put together 13 weeks, and we've had good support. We had good support. Andrew takyi-appiah, E-Transact, Edify, Glamour Hair, Purple Rose Shoes, Lush Fortune Limited, Nax Wardrobe, Danny Tailoring, and Corsage. So, even our resource persons have been very, very supportive. I mean, you take Dr. Newman Arthur, for example. He lives in Cape Coast, and sometimes he comes onto the show straight from Cape Coast. And you see the commitment with which they have attached themselves to the show, and it's exciting. So it's difficult to say a challenge, because what seemed to be a challenge, God always turns it around. So I wouldn't say challenges, but I would call them learning and turning points. Season 2. So a lot of things are going through my head at the same time with season 2. Where to start off from? Are we taking off from where we left off in season 1? Are we bringing a different dimension? I don't know. You know, I wish I could do everything at the same time. But season 2 is going to be, like I said earlier, if you thought season 1 was exciting, season 2 is going to be sizzling hot. I'm just going to say anticipate. It's going to be out of this world, because that's what Listen is. And just anticipate. I'm not going to give you too much information. I know I'm looking excited and all, because I know what's going on in my head and you don't, and it's so cool that you don't. So anticipate season 2. Yeah. And just watch out for me, my team, and the adolescents. You're going to get new faces from different angles. It's going to be exciting. So just anticipate season 2. I am Natalie, and I am your host for Listen.
Listen, the voice of the adolescent.
Listen,
The voice of the adolescent. Yes, it has been 12 weeks of exciting episodes back to back, from parents to the adolescent and from the adolescent to the parent. For us, the adolescents seeing ourselves as eggs and the parents seeing us as fishes. It has been an exciting show, and we can't wait for season 2. Frida, what do you have to say?
What I like about this show is that there are people more like our parents, who are always available for us to talk to. If you want to discuss about sex, something you are not confident about, something that you don't trust your parents about, something that you are hiding that you think it's really killing you inside, and you don't want to discuss it with your parents, there are people here to help you. You can just call them, they put out their numbers on the screen, and then you are good to go. So anticipate for season 2.
This show give the adolescents the platform to voice out their plights and their needs to the adults.
You know, Listen is the only show on TV that is very relatable. Adolescents and parents can all watch together and enjoy some drama at home.
Being a part of Listen team has been nothing but a wonderful and an educative experience. Listen is not only a TV show, but also we go for outreach to senior high schools or meet adolescents and speak to them and help them feel comfortable and confident.
My friends in school, church and community always tell me about the impact of the show on their lives. Parents and their teenagers always watch and comment on
insightful and inspiring moments.
Good afternoon, viewers, and welcome to Listen. Listen is the show which discusses the challenges and insecurities of adolescents, as well as the challenges of parenting adolescents. We're looking at life through the eyes of an adolescent, coming to you live from Metro TV, showing on DSTV channel 277, Go TV channel 170, and streaming live on YouTube Ali Television Network. Listen is proudly brought to you by KR Senso Limited, Better Malt, W Emporium, CH Foods, and Better Malt. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Pizza will always be by your side, celebrating with you in moments of joy and happiness. Enjoy everyday life with Cheesy Pizza. Cheesy Pizza, your way.
Better malt, like mommy, like me. This advert is FDA approved.
It's power.
They are not material. They are not carnal. They are mighty through God. They pull down strongholds and cast down imagination. Hey, what I bind on earth is bound in heaven. What I loose on earth is loose in heaven.
Porter City presents 21 days prayer and fasting. Theme: Passover and freedom. Date: 30th May to 19th June 2022. Remember, it will be morning, afternoon, and evening sessions. Host: God's anointed servant, Prophet Nana Seyo Pokusakode. You can call us on 027 400 9933. Porter City, shaping destinies, transforming lives.
Pure, distinctly different, and heavily blessed for supernatural exploit. Potter's Dew natural mineral water is drawn from the deep, refreshing wells of Potter City, Neutral Pram, distilled and bottled with state-of-the-art machinery under strict hygienic conditions for satisfying and refreshing water. Quench your thirst with Potter's Dew natural mineral water, blessed and sanctified for healing and preservation. Insure mudahode and one Potter's Dew.
Turn your home and office design dreams into reality. Here at Lesh Fortune, interior design is our passion. Customized interior design solutions, top of the range products such as curtains and accessories, blinds and accessories, trendy voile, bespoke hotel, home and office furniture, top-notch space design services.
I'm the CEO of Builders Estate. When it comes to putting the final touch on all my building projects, I look no further than Lesh Fortune for all my interior decoration needs. They bring your ideas to life.
Turning your house into a home takes more than just accessories. You need beauty and elegance, and the expertise is very important. That's why I choose Lesh Fortune Limited, because they have experience.
Yes, indeed. With our many years of experience, we would excite you. So make that call now. Call us on 0244-265588 or 0302-811163. Lesh Fortune Limited, luxuriously perfect.
And the Lord himself shall descend in a shout, in the voice of an archangel and the trump of God. Are you ready? It's High School Worship 2022. Get ready to travel to Mount Zion and enjoying the company of the Church of the Firstborn. In countless number of angels and spirit of just men, made perfect to worship the Lord and lift his name high. Anticipate this November. High school worship. The aim is Christ. The outcome is Christ.
Welcome back to the studio. If you've just joined us, you're watching Listen. Listen is the show which discusses the challenges and insecurities of adolescents, as well as the challenges of parenting adolescents. We're looking at life through the eyes of an adolescent, coming to you live from Metro TV. We're showing on DSTV channel 277 and Go TV channel 170. Listen is proudly brought to you by Better Malt, K Ascenso, Lesh Fortune Limited, Porter's Dew Mineral Water, W Emporium, and Power Life Global. Be bold in style, be classic and chic in your clothes, be sassy with a smile. Only W Emporium can give you clothes for your occasion wear, smart, casual, that will give you bold, chic, classic and sassy look. Locate W Emporium at the Horizon Center on the Liberation Road and near the Polo Club. W Emporium, your bold, chic and sassy style. Porter's Dew Mineral Water is drawn from the deep, refreshing wells of Porter's Mitso Pram Pram, distilled and bottled with state-of-the-art machinery under strict hygienic conditions. And for bulk purchase, contact 027 400 9933. Lesh Fortune Limited. Contact Lesh Fortune Limited for your home office and hotel furnishings, curtains, blinds, home decor accessories, and much more. You can call them on 030-281-1163 or 024-426-5588. What fuels you to be better at your game? Better Malt has created the optimal vitamin combination to provide you with the nourishment you require as you go about your everyday tasks. Grab a cool and refreshing buttermilk and be better every day. Last week, we started our discussion we continued with the adolescent-parent relationship, and our focus was acknowledging that adolescents have temperaments, identifying the type of temperament your child has, and how to manage them. A lot of things came up. At a point, the adolescents said even when we're trying to identify their temperaments, it may be a trap. The discussion got very exciting, very interesting, and quite heated. Today, we're going to continue our discussion on the same issue of temperament, but going to understand what they mean by a trap, and also why they say parents are the most suspicious people on earth. In the studio with me to discuss is Dr. Pierre. Dr. Pierre is a clinical child psychologist at the Mission Pediatric Clinic and GIS International School. And Mrs. Nafra. Mrs. Nafra is an interior decorator, and she's the CEO of Lesh Fortune, our very own sponsor. Other guests will be joining us in the studio shortly. Welcome to the studio, ladies.
Thank you.
As you know, it's a very interactive show, so you can send your contributions via WhatsApp, and the number to send it to is 020-723-3302. The number again is 020-723-3302. Should be coming up on your screens shortly. You know, we are on Instagram, so you can follow us on listen_adolescent, and our YouTube channel is Ali Television Network, so you can share, subscribe, and like. As always, we have a live studio audience. The adolescents are in studio. And last week, they couldn't catch up with the scores, and today the scores are parents 10, adolescents 0. So they're not happy about that, but I'm sure they will catch up. So we're going to go straight into our discussion. Now, last week, the adolescents came to a point of saying that, when parents are trying to be nice or trying to get more information, it's a trap. What from your professional opinion, why would they even consider, Dr. Pierre, that parents are trapping them?
Thank you. I think it alludes to this idea that in the relationship there's no trust, right? So when you look at healthy relationships, one of the main components that makes a relationship healthy, beneficial to both parties is this idea of trust. And trust starts from infancy. It doesn't just happen, it's built up over time. So from the time the baby is born, even when they cry and mom responds, they know, oh, when I'm in trouble, mommy will respond. When they fall down, mom comes or dad comes and helps them, doesn't say, oh, Chala, why did you fall down? You build trust slowly. So if
trust goes that far back.
Oh yes, from the very beginning of life is built.
Are you saying that if that environment or that trust is not started then, is it difficult to start it at a later age? Say the child is 5 years or 6 years.
It's not impossible, but it's more difficult because it means the child has to unlearn. Because the brain is always making associations and it's always learning.
Okay.
So if, for instance, there's a primary caregiver in your life, and from childhood, there's give and take. There's I cry, I receive help. Or I cry and I don't receive help. It's learned that this one, if I cry, she won't help me or she will help me. So it's learned over time. Say they're 5 years old and mommy and daddy decide we're going to do well now. It will take time for that trust to be built. It's not impossible, but the brain will have to unlearn that association it's made to say that this person I cannot quite depend on. And then over time say, okay, now I have these instances where I went to them for help and I got help. And slowly over time, it will learn or unlearn the old one and relearn that I can now trust the person. So the trap thing has to be coming from somewhere, right? It doesn't just come out of thin air.
I'm not even going to ask them about trust now. I'm not even going to venture to talk about trust now with them in the audience. No. I mean, we'll talk about it later, because if I start now, the scores for the parents will go up. Reverend Edumata, yes, thank you very much for joining.
Sorry for being late.
Oh,
forgive me.
You're forgiven. You're forgiven. Dr. Pierre is talking about trust being the fundamental foundation of what will prevent any adolescent from saying that, mommy is asking, how are you doing today? How was your day? It's a trap. From your perspective, how does that help?
Well, Mom, thank you so much. What I was add to what Doctor was saying is that at a point where the adolescent is asking the W questions and H.
What are the W and H questions?
What is this? Where are we going?
Okay.
Why? When they start and you're not able to give the correct responses to, as it were, fix it with what they've heard it outside, you kill the trust. It means I can't come to daddy, I can't come to mommy for the real things I'm looking for.
Okay.
Then I'll resort to the other side. So it becomes a bit critical when they start questioning. But the bedroom, no, normally we say that, oh, peka sakra to oh, we penisam. And that's what we start using. But then that is the time we parents should be able to know that, no, the adolescent is trying to get some kind of filtration as to what the world looks like. And the only person who can give me is daddy, mommy. But here we are, daddy, mommy is not giving me the exact overview. Where do I resort to? So they kill that trust that mommy, daddy can give me, but Messi will give me, that person could give me. And that's what it goes. So what it happens like that, we need to be able to, as it were, understand the holistic aspect of the upbringing of the children. It's not easy. Because I always ask a question. A lady, a 12-year-old girl called me, and the first question she asked was that, Uncle, what is marriage? Then I realized that this is a very profound and a lady who is trying to find out what it is about. And I said, so whose phone are you using to call me? And he says, Auntie. Can I speak to Auntie? So when Auntie came, I said, Auntie, Also, on the phone, I said, yes, it's true. Where's mommy, daddy? I said, So it tells us that the lady is trying to do a search to find out if we come and sit on TV and talk about marriage, why is my mommy and daddy not together? And apparently the auntie also, the marriage has abrogated. And so the lady is now questioning, what is this marriage about? Must I also grow and be able to marry? And so she was asking questions. I said, oh, that's a brilliant question. I said, uncle, you're the first person telling me I'm brilliant. Daddy hasn't told me I'm brilliant. Do you see that? So then I had to take my time and go visit them and still talk to and all that. So now the lady can now bond with me by trying to, as it were, open up some few things with. So when it gets to that stage, we need to be able to be a bit circumspective when it comes to that.
So in this case, should the father come to her and say, sweetie, you're a brilliant girl, she's going to say, this is a trap.
Because the consistency is not there. What do you mean? So why are you telling me this today? No, BBC.
Hey.
BBD.
Yeah, clap.
Exactly. So they will always monitor us, our consistency of handling things, of wording, and of gestures. They see. How did you hear? They can give you the real picture of your being because they see the consistency of it.
Before I come to ask you the question about the holistic upbringing which you mentioned, do you think that children read their parents' temperament?
Yes! Yes, you've taken me by surprise. One boy asked me, Daddy, at times you raise your voice, at times you don't raise your voice. Why? I said, no, I don't raise my voice, I stress on words. So you're stressing on words.
Please, 1 minute. We don't raise our voice, we stress on the words.
We stress on words. We don't raise. We stress on the words.
Please repeat it. Maybe they didn't hear.
Mom, what I'm saying is that we don't. He asked me, and I said, I do not raise my voice on you. I stress on words.
In a higher pitch.
The pitch is high. I am emphasizing. You need to sit down and then weigh the two. So he asked me that question, and then he said, So this time when she's coming, I hope this one I've gotten it right. The tone is low. The day he gets it wrong, there is high. When we do that, they tend to have confidence in us, and I think we'll be fine with that. So we need to build that trust in them. It's serious.
Mom, do you think that it will help that as parents we discuss our temperament with our children?
Well, it's important. As your children grow, they also learn who the parent is.
Yeah.
They know that when I do A, this is how mommy or daddy will react.
Okay.
If I do B, this is the result I'll get from mommy or daddy. There are some people who don't believe that there's anything called choleric or melancholy. Some people don't believe in these things because certain environment can let a child grow up with certain traits. But I think that when we have children, we have to let them know how we react to certain things. And if they know that, then we can form this bond of trust.
But if the certain thing has not happened, how do we know how we react to it? For example, should Deborah decide that she's breaking my glass in the house today? And there's never been a broken glass in Debbie's hand, or Tina's hand, or Godwin's hand, or Hadassah's hand. And then today they break it, and I go, oh! Until it happens, I don't know how I'm going to react. For me to be able to explain to them that if you do this, if you go out, hanging out beyond a certain time of the day, it's only natural that you know that I'm late, my mom will be upset. So that one, I don't think we need to explain. But the other bits, if the thing hasn't happened for you to react to it, how do you know how you're going to react to it?
Just like adolescents are learning, parents are also learning.
Oh, sorry, please say that again so that they'll hear.
Just like you are learning, parents keep learning. When I was coming, my daughter said there must be a school where parents go to learn how to parent.
I love you.
So it's not like we all know it. We don't know it all. It's a process. We haven't gone to school to learn how to parent. We are using our experiences as children and how we are parented. And so we parent also based on our experiences. So we have to work together in this.
We have to do what?
To work together.
Please say that again.
To work together.
We have to work together.
Yes.
But are we giving them the opportunity for them to work together with us?
I think that's why this program is so important. So that children will know that we are a family. It is father, mother, and children. And for that matter, adolescents. And so it's important that we come together to form this bond. Don't run away from parents because they have shouted. And parents shouldn't leave kids because they have disobeyed. We have to draw each other.
Even the prodigal son came back.
Came back and see how he was welcomed. So it's very important that we kind of like bond as a family unit. The family is an example of what society looks like. And so whatever you are running away from home, you might meet it out there. So it's better that we accept and grow together as a family so that when we go out, we are better prepared to face the world than just leave it like that.
Let me add something small to what you said. You were asking at that spell of moment, how would you be able to know that this is the way you are? Normally when it happens like that, why? What happened? When you go with questioning, you are able to get some responses of an explanation as to why it happened. But where a parent goes, it means you have become conclusive. It's also, we need to be a bit careful at that spontaneous act.
Okay.
You, the parent, you come into the picture.
Okay, so I had somebody send, if we can blend English with Tree, they'll be very appreciative, because there are a lot of people who are watching and they can't seem to really get the English all the time. And I'm saying, well, we try. It's not a Tree, but we'll do our best to do that. Reverend,
yes,
before we come back to you, I want to ask the adolescent. Mami was saying that we want to learn together. Okay, what if you were given the opportunity for us to learn together? What do you expect to find in that space? We are learning to be parents, and you are growing adolescents, so that we can communicate, very healthy communication, and have a real adolescent-parent relationship. What do you expect to find in that space? What do you expect, Winnie?
There should be understanding.
Can you speak up, please?
There should be understanding.
Understanding.
There
Okay.
should be trust, and there should be mutual respect.
Mutual respect. Sure. Okay, anyone else?
Which one?
I think there should be attention.
Attention.
More attention, and then I think there should be kind and calm.
Sure.
Wait. Okay, so understanding, trust, mutual respect, kind
and calm.
Anything else? Anyone else? That's it. Please, can we review the points?
Something is happening.
Understanding.
Yes.
Calm.
Yes.
Mutual respect. Now let's take it from the mutual respect point.
Well, you don't demand that mutual respect. You earn it.
Okay. Sorry, did you hear that?
Do not ever demand a respect from daddy, mommy. Earn it. All right? Well, baby, when you saw, and they know where the come tomorrow things will be. Now, you have gone to learn. You want to put it on top of something and seal it and say, I also need mutual respect. Earn it.
Welcome, Mrs. Stando. I like the way you sat down and giggled.
You're welcome.
Mutual respect.
Yes, we need to earn it. They need to work their way through to earn it.
How do they earn the mutual respect?
They should understand the words they were using. They should understand daddy, mommy. They should sort of curate a certain attention to them too as well. Okay. What you are looking for, be the starter to it.
What you are looking for? Be the starter. Thank you. So they talk about mutual respect, understanding, and attention. Did you say attention?
Yes.
Okay.
And calm.
And calm. What do you say about the attention and calm?
Calm, I will call it, that's the time I'm silent. The calm will be my silent. When you want to ask me, Daddy, are you not talking? I'm not talking. Calm. That is strategic. Till they try to mop up the ills, then you can now invite them. Yeah, you were asking me a question. What was it about? Bam.
So wait. Is this a format or is a strategy?
It's a format per strategy.
Okay.
A parent who had gone through to that hierarchy will not always talk. They use the power of silence to tame.
I have.
And that is what we are supposed to do as parents. So just like Mom was saying, we need to learn. We need to always search. How well can we really be on the same leverage with our children? It's a real work.
It is a real work.
It is.
Mrs. Stando, thank you very much for joining us. Now, they say that mutual respect is what the adolescents are asking for. And you are such a perfect example. I've given you a PhD for having 4 adolescents in your home.
Thank you.
How do you deal with this issue of mutual respect?
I just like the fact that I hope they understand the fact that it's supposed to be two-way.
Yeah, that's why they said mutual. Exactly. They have gone to school, we haven't. That's the impression.
Exactly. So, like Rev was saying, it is very clear that whatever you give, you receive. Okay, you give respect, you receive respect back. Under no circumstance would you, as an adolescent, think that mommy had to do the hard work always, had to give me every kind of respect. You show a little attitude and you still want me to respect you in return. So if they are asking for it, as young as they are, definitely when an elderly person and a younger person does something, they always blame the younger one against the older one. They should bring it up, and we will definitely give it back to them. I can't see any very humble, respectful child getting an attitude from a parent. It will be very rare to have that. So if they are requesting for mutual respect, it's good coming from you. Show it. And we'll definitely give it back to you. We'll dish it out to you exactly the same way you give it to us.
You will dish it, eh?
Yes. You will dish it out.
Let me ask them, what their definition? Yes, please. Please say so.
I just want to add to that, as a child psychologist, that children learn by watching us as well.
Okay.
So the natural inclination, as children, they will make mistakes and they will annoy us. And sometimes our natural inclination will be to, insult and shout and beat.
It's natural.
Their anger is there, so
I just want to be sure before I get lynched.
But if we remember that they are learning by watching us, right? So that if we're talking about this mutual respect, it's a vicious cycle where if we say, oh, they didn't respect us, so then we will show them who is the boss.
But we are doing that.
Then they are watching and seeing, okay, when I'm upset, I shout, I frown, maybe I throw things, I insult, and I walk away. They are watching, so then they will do that. And then you will get annoyed as the
They'll do that
parent.
to who? Us?
Yes.
They'll throw it back. I'm not even going to look there.
But it will be very confusing for a child if from age of 2, 3, 4, when I do something wrong, they insult me. And then, okay, I'm watching. When I'm upset, I insult people. Then when I do it, they'll insult me and tell me not to do it again. But they're watching us and they're modeling us. It's very confusing. So that idea of mutual respect actually it's important. And Rare is right. You earn it, right? You don't demand it. You're not entitled. But to the parents, at the same time, it would make life so much easier if in teaching the adolescents or in teaching the children, we can do it in such a way that when they are in a similar situation, they know I keep my calm, I speak my mind respectfully and firmly, but I do it without insult, without tantruming, without losing control. So modeling is important.
There are some adolescents who can actually be calm and speak their mind. but they still get in trouble for speaking their mind?
Intentional.
Intentional from the parent?
From their side.
They are calm.
Yes.
Speak their mind.
Yes.
They said no.
Yes. So go on.
They are calm.
Yes.
And speak their mind respectfully.
Yes.
But they still get in trouble for speaking their mind.
Oh, okay. From that point, then how is the speaking taking place? When is it taking place? Not when the mommy had come and things are going haywire, then you are bringing your issue. You're discussing. Study me, watch me. Where I am of a leverage, come over and let's jojo. That is what they don't have.
You know that some
they ought to be strategical.
Some parents, I remember we had one adolescent who said every time he's waiting for a calm moment, there's never one. When he thinks it's a calm moment, Daddy says, I'm busy. Come back in 2 hours. In 2 hours, he goes and the door is locked. He will knock and knock and knock and knock. Daddy won't open. Then morning, Daddy is gone. So when is the calm moment? You said I should come back in 2 hours. 2 hours, I'm back. Now your door is locked. In the morning, when I'm up, you're gone already. You come back and say, oh, Daddy, yesterday, I'm busy right now. Come back later. The later I come, and you're still not available.
Now, this is what the problem is. You are losing the trust, you are losing the confidence from the child's point of view. You gave an order, come 2 o'clock. What can I say, time? Exactly 2 o'clock, when you're ready. Who is this man? Oh, really? Then you start sort of making them think otherwise. They will more or less block the flow.
Yeah.
They want to be on their own. They'll fight to get their own understanding. If Daddy, Mommy won't listen to me, I know what to do. That is the mistake we do.
Hey. If Daddy, Mommy won't listen to me, I know what to do. On that note, we go for a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
Pizza will always be by your side, celebrating with you in moments of joy and happiness. Enjoy everyday life with Cheesy Pizza. Cheesy Pizza, your pizza, your way.
It's time to plug to God's power to be set free and for supernatural transformation.
The weapons of our warfare, they are not material, they are not carnal, they are mighty through God. They pull down strongholds and cast down imagination. Hey, what I bind on earth is bound in heaven. What I loose on earth is loose in heaven.
Porter City presents 21 days prayer and fasting. Theme: Passover and freedom. Date: 30th May to 19th June 2022. Remember, it will be morning, afternoon, and evening sessions. Host: God's anointed servant, Prophet Nana Seyo Pokusa Kodie. You can call us on 027 400 9933. Porter City, shaping destinies, transforming lives.
Welcome back to the studio. If you just joined us, you're watching Listen. Listen is the show which discusses the challenges and insecurities of adolescents, as well as the challenges of parenting adolescents. We're looking at life through the eyes of an adolescent. And before we continue, we have some messages here on WhatsApp. So she says, the issue of I came to the world before you should not be agreed upon at all times, because parents are not always right. The scoreboard is going up. And then we have, okay, oh, good afternoon. So this person is sending us, he's actually watching us from Texas. Wow, thank you. He says, I have 8, 5, and 2. I talk to them nicely. Sometimes I go off, but later I tell them sorry. You see that? When they are with their mom, when they see me, they rush to me. And she will ask them, what am I telling the kids? I said nothing. But she always drives them away so that she can sleep. The kids need pampering. She just wants to come to US. That's why else she has no patience for kids. Thank you very much for watching us from Texas. Share the video, the link, so that everybody else can watch. Okay, she says, please, I need answer to this question. Good afternoon. I'm watching the show live from North Kineshi. Please, I need an answer to this question. It's urgent. I have been dating this girl for 1 year now and some months. I want to make the long story brief. She told me she didn't have parents, that we should get married, but as a Christian, I am the Christian that I am, and also I want to do the right thing. I told her, no, I must search for your parents because even trees has parents. I went through a whole lot of stress, but in rain, sun, sleepless nights, risked my job, my life. We went to police station doing search for who she is. Now, just about to go and do the court marriage last year, November, her parents pop up. And indeed, those are her real parents. She agreed. But why did you say that you don't have parents? Her parents welcomed and accepted me. Very lovely and friendly. We have just fixed a date for the knocking this month. Her parents called me and said they've canceled the event. What should I do? The girl now says we should just be friends. Wow. Please advise. We have to talk to you off after the show. So after the show, I'll give you a call. And then he says, great show, I'm learning a lot. That's Ralph Aite. He says, hello, I'm Caleb from Ablekuma. Please, I want to know what it takes to be depressed as an adolescent and how do I get over such a problem? Before we go to the topic, we need to talk about this because in this last week, there's been a lot of adolescent depression. Yeah. Reverend Edumata.
Ma'am, what I would say is that when they get to the point where they want to know, but they are blocked, they want to have, they don't have access. Almost everything that makes them to become who they are is sort of lost or blocked with no reason. That's what the stress testing. I told you when you come at 2, call me. Now she comes at 2 to call me. Oh, crowd hard drink crowd. Why must you make that statement? Do you know what you are concluding in the mind of the child? Mommy doesn't want me anymore. All my friends are talking to mommy. Why not me? Then that is really going down. Of course, dog will give us the implication of that. And they would like to fight their own true way as to who they are. That is when they start exhibiting that maturity thing. That's what happens. But you have caused that blockade ages ago, and they are depressed down there. There are a lot of them out there. When they call you, the things they say, Mama, that's horrible. So parents, we had to work. Mama, let's say,
Dr. Pierre, what brings an adolescent to that state of, I mean, it's not a depression topic, but this is important. We need to talk about it.
Depression is triggered by extreme stress. So stresses in our environment. And it's important to separate depression from, adjustment or I had a bad day. Depression usually...
They're two different things.
They're two different things.
Okay.
Depression goes on for at least 2 weeks straight, where you haven't had any relief.
2 weeks?
2 weeks, minimum.
Hey.
So if you have a bad day, and then, the next day is weekend, it's Saturday, you're happy. That's not depression. Depression is you're constantly feeling hopeless, low energy, worthless, thank you. You have difficulty concentrating. So you find that you can't focus on things as much. Your thoughts are always in the negative. You start to even think of harming yourself in some way. It can affect the way you are eating, so you don't eat well. Or for some people, you eat a lot because you are looking for comfort, sleep. It affects sleep, where people will have insomnia, where you lie down, the world is quiet, you lie down to sleep, and then the thoughts are you just can't close your eyes and find peace. And then you have those who, they are sleeping all the time. It's an escape from reality.
They're also depressed.
They're also depressed. Because at least when I'm sleeping, I don't feel the worthlessness and hopelessness. And
at that point, if you think sleep is an escape route, then you might be considering permanent sleep.
Exactly. So thoughts of suicide, thoughts of self-harm come in as well.
Yeah.
And it can be triggered. Sometimes it's family issues, sometimes it's social issues where you have conflict with a friend, or you may feel that you're being bullied by a group of people. You may feel isolated.
So the same person is asked that, can depression be triggered by societal pressure? And you've just answered that.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think, Caleb, we're going to reach you after the show because you seem to really need to talk about this. He says, good day, I'm Edwin, watching the show from... I believe parents sometimes are the cause of their adolescent children being distant from them. I'm not even going to ask them, is it true? Because I know the answer. Is it true? Yeah, it's a chorus. He says, please, good afternoon. Okay, this one doesn't say anything. Okay. Some of our parents just don't care. I know what's going to happen to that. They think parenting is just about providing food and shelter. They go to work at dawn and return in the evening, leaving us alone just to fight this mysterious world. We don't understand alone. We don't have to complain for them to know things aren't sitting well with us. I think this brings us to Debbie's issue of attention. Or isn't that the kind of attention you're talking about? And for me, this message is quite deep. They feel like we've left them to fight alone in this mysterious world.
You see, if you want parents to care for you, then try and look for the missing link within them.
Who should look for it?
You, the child.
Really?
It's a work. And yet, is adolescent.
Is it their responsibility though to find the missing link?
Daddy shows you care, mommy shows you care. Then it got to a point the care is not coming. What are you also doing? When was the last time any of them asked, Daddy, is everything all right with you? Are you okay? When was the last time some of you asked?
They are married. I'm coming to them.
What's it saying? What's it saying?
Yes. When was the last time you asked?
Are they even around? No. So how will you get to establish a link when they are not even around? Like, there's no way. Because you go to school, their prime factor is go to school, become a lawyer, become a doctor, and they don't even ask, how are you? Like, they're not around to even say, Mommy, today this and this happened, what should I do? Like, they're not around. So how would you be able to find that there's a missing link, or even there's even a link? At this point, to some people, there's no link at all.
Kafra.
Yes, Debbie.
I also like to say that there are different parents all over the world. Maybe
could you speak up, please?
For him, for Reverend, maybe he can, I don't know how to put it.
He says there are different parents all over the world.
Yeah, so maybe how you address something is different from the way another parent will address the issue. So,
anyone else? Yes.
I think that sometimes some parents will say, this is what they will do, like they feel, let's say, inferiority comes inside. Because for me to tell this child what I feel or what I'm going through, like what is the solution that this guy is going to give it to me?
So you think that
they think we have no solution to their problem, so they can't discuss anything with us.
That one is deep. Anybody else? That's it.
No, I like that point. Okay. That is the perception. But have you also tried as much as possible to work on how you let go your version of thought to mommy, daddy? That shows maturity. That is where you're trying to see how you can discuss, not to talk. We're having a conversation. But you go so flat and you expect, okay, then I'll prove to you that I know all. And that's what we do. Because even if I ask you a question, so what is your rationale for doing this? Daddy, I'm just doing it because I feel like doing what? totally wrong. The man is asking you the purpose. So give me some strategic purpose of what you're about to do, and you're giving me something that it's closer to you. I'm sorry, I won't reason with you.
I want to ask them something. How many of you have ever walked up to your parent and say, how was your day? Just show your hands. No hands, hands in the air. Okay. And, okay, how many of you got a feedback? Feedback. Hands in the air. You got feedback. So mommy spoke back to you. You got feedback. Was it positive? Was it positive? Please give her the microphone. Did it seem like, yes, you can talk, let's talk about it, or it was just...
For my mom in particular, sometimes she doesn't want to talk, but I think she pushes through to talk to me about things because she sees me as a more mature person and someone she can discuss. Like,
do you think that she appreciated you asking her, how was your day?
Yes.
She did? Yeah. Okay, yes.
And I think sometimes it depends on what happened during the day at work. If the day wasn't good, your feedback wouldn't be so positive.
Have you got bad feedback before?
Yeah.
What was the feedback? I know mommy is watching, but you know you have a place in my house.
Oh, she's like, we'll talk later. We'll talk later.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Very calmly.
Yeah.
Yes, so at that point, then you know that she's dealing with something. Yeah. Okay. But for those of you who have never attempted to say, how was your day? Is it something you would consider doing? Hands in the air? No hands? It depends on what, first of all?
The parents, their actions in the house. Their actions in the house. Some parents are so scary in the house. When you see them cry, you want to run away.
They are scary?
Yes.
Like what?
They are more than lions and tigers.
When you say scary, what do you mean?
They want to be. They want their children to be always afraid of them. Like they are in the house, they have come. Yes.
Sometimes
I brought you. So what I would say is fine.
What do you mean I brought you?
Yeah.
Gave birth to you.
No, what do you mean by I brought you?
Like they gave birth to you, and they have to give you instructions. Sometimes they have to tell a lot of things. Even though some of them, when you do it, you won't get results, but still they want you to do it.
Did he say some of them you won't get results, but they still want you to do it?
Yeah.
I see.
For their sake, not your sake. They think about them first.
Parents are thinking about themselves first.
Most of them.
Why do you say that?
Because of the things. Sometimes I do hear from some friends and some. There was a guy who he comes to school and doesn't want to go back to the house. And he's like, oh, if I go to the house, I say, and I have nothing to do in the house. I have to just go and watch the intentions. And the time you go, his food is there, intentions are piled like a mountain, just waiting for him. And such a person, he's a day student too, but he will wait, eat evening dining, evening.
You eat food he hasn't paid for.
Yes, and he's not supposed to even be there, but as a day student, he will wait. Then supper, he will join everybody going to eat. And after that, when it's 6:30, everyone is going for prep, he will be going to the house. And that time, Kaneshi, he will get there around like 8 or 9. Traffic. 9, I'm going to wash, I'm done. Go back. Morning, come back to school.
So he's creating a routine where I'm home only to do the dishes, eat my dinner and sleep. And wake up in the morning and start another routine.
Yes.
From the feedback coming in, we can't still go away from the fact that parents have to put in an effort.
Yes.
It's sometimes heartbreaking listening to other adolescents coming out with the fact that they are not there. They are not there. Everybody is busy. Every parent is busy one way or the other. Even if you are doing your own business, you should be able to create time. Yesterday we had a couples retreat in our church, and this came out very strongly. And the thing is the fact that parents have to create time for we the couples, as in we find our time, not mangling it up together with the kids. So it means that if you're a type that is busy throughout, maybe even if it's an hour or 2 hours, make it very, very accommodating, very interactive. Let the kid know that, oh, okay, even though daddy is not in the whole week, I know on Saturday around 5 to 6 is family time.
That special moment.
Because listening to young girls coming out like that, if you create the room for them, they will be filled with all the things that is in this world that is not even what you are preventing them from, you rather pushing them to go get
into it.
So I would just plead with us as parents, any parent watching, this is not a good chorus for us.
Chorus.
It's not a good
First
chorus
stanza,
for us.
second stanza.
They are not available. They are not available. Yes, the systems are hard. Everybody is trying one way or the other, but we brought them in for a purpose. Let's try and create that kind of availability to nurture them. Let's be there for them.
You said we brought them in for a purpose.
Yes.
What is the purpose?
No, of course, I always go like, whatever I find myself now, I know the things that mommy didn't get, or where she reached, she would prefer me to get more. And where I find myself, I want my kids to attain more than I have. So definitely you would want to see your kids going up there. But the issue is that how are you creating that? Is it just food, school, and shelter, clothing, and then that's it? Are you creating a good environment for them to be able to talk to you? This week has been an interesting moment in my house with my number one. But by Friday into today, I've noticed that she's come around. Like you talk about the calm moment, I ignored her.
Calm. Don't say a word. Before we go, we have just about 2 minutes. Quick one. He says, good afternoon, please. I really have one problem with most parents in Ghana. It's common with African. Why don't we admit our mistake and fault acts? Sorry, son, I won't make that. Don't happen again. Ain't going to happen. So basically, he's saying parents should learn to say sorry. Are we supposed to find the missing spark? Reverend, this is for you. Parents have to figure that out, so we learn from them, not the other way around. We aren't even able to figure out ourselves, who we are. And now they're expecting us to figure out the missing spark. I mean, they are older, and they lecture us to become who we are now. Are we to figure out the missing spark, or they know us than we know ourselves? Oh, you said something wrong, mom insults me. But when it's good, she will not appreciate, and that worries me. Also, I have 2 siblings. It seems if my younger sibling do something wrong, she does not talk about it. But me, please do not mention my name. And then he says, hi, guys, I'm Stella, and keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Stella. This one says, hello. Okay, this one. Okay, the last one, and I'm wrapping. It says, I'm 34 years of age, and my girlfriend okay, I'm not going to read this one. Yes, God bless you for the show. I prefer to remain anonymous. I think sincerely that the rapid change in society from the 1980s till now sometimes create... Okay, wait, I have to go. As you always know, all too soon our time is up. Every time the discussion gets exciting, then we run out of time. But same time next week, we will finish this topic of adolescent-parent relationship. Final. As you know, the scores are still parents 10, adolescent 0. We say a big thank you to Better Malt, W Emporium, K Asenso, all our sponsors. We couldn't have come here today without them. Before I forget my name, I'm Nathy, your host, and my very kind production assistant, Augustina Sante, Godwin, Debbie. Oh, now they've made me forget the names. Everybody who's been very, very supportive to have today's show come to. A big thank you to my guest and resource person. They're coming back next week. I know it's a trap. Yes, and thank you very much. As always, I'm Nasty. Follow us on Instagram, listen_adolescent, and YouTube, Ali Television Network. Subscribe, like, and share. Same time next week. Be good. And adolescents, stay out of trouble next week.